I'm surprised it's taken this long. It's literally been, what, a few days, and now, of course, again, we seem to have another belly dancing Keir Starmer U-turn, and one which is going to have the added bonus of making him look like a total penis, in my opinion. But just what am I going on about then? Well, the thing is, Keir Starmer, our Prime Minister, had been having a chat recently, hadn't he, about Nigel Farage and his party Reform UK. And even though he used the word racist to slam one of their big immigration ideas, it seems that apparently he doesn't actually think Farage is a racist. Which I don't know about Nigel and the rest of you, but I personally think that is how it seemed to come across, as if Keir Starmer did indeed believe that was true. It's obvious, isn't it, that Nigel Farage is not a racist in the slightest. Both he and Reform UK are coming up with common sense policies, which a lot of lefties won't like, but Nigel just has the balls to actually say what needs to be said, whereas Keir Starmer, he's afraid of the lefties, it seems, and the WEF and all those other types, eh? But at Labour's Big Bash conference in Liverpool, Keir had been eyeing Reform UK as his main competition for the next general election. That's because presumably Keir thinks that, like the rest of us, I'm guessing, the Conservatives are going to be nowhere to be seen. Because let's face it, everyone seems to be jumping ship to Reform, don't they? And quite right too, in my opinion. But he is really going after their plan, which Farage, of course, announced last Monday to deport loads of people who are legally living in the UK with indefinite leave to remain. And Keir called this idea both racist and immoral in a BBC interview and promised to fight it tooth and nail against it in his big speech at the conference. Other people, of course, in Keir's team are jumping on this as well, like David Lammy, the Justice Secretary, who, let's face it, I'm pretty sure not a lot of people listen to. He made a pretty wild claim that Farage had, wait for this, flirted with the Hitler Youth. That's going to cost them a lot of votes, I think, when he was younger, that is. But he later took it back, saying it was beneath contempt, after, of course, Reform UK hit back at that. But in a Sky News chat, Keir clarified that he doesn't think Farage or his voters are racist. Oh, no. He just said they're just worried about borders and the pace of change. Well, I don't know about you, but if he believes that is the case, that they are just worried about borders, well, why is he then saying that that is racist? If indeed that is what he's saying, because that's what Farage's idea was all about, wasn't it? I personally think he's trying to dig himself out of a very large black hole. One that, let's face it, is surely going to add to a lot of other Labour black holes. He then, of course, called Farage a formidable politician, but warned that he is bringing a dangerous moment for the country. Well, I don't know about you, but I think Keir Starmer brings one of them to the country every time he gets out of bed in the morning. But anyway, Farage, on the other hand, was pretty miffed, and I personally don't blame him. I would be pretty peed off as well. He wrote in the Daily Mail that he used to think Keir was a reasonable human being until his most recent comments, and he said he's shocked and hopes that Keir feels ashamed of his actions in British politics. I personally think that this latest Keir Starmer belly dancing U-turn, or clarification as I'm sure Keir Starmer would want to be known as, is a bit of a rethink at the very least. But anyway, what do you all think? Let me know down in the comments, and I'll be back very soon with some more videos. So make sure you click that subscribe button down there so you don't miss my next one.